Welcome to the Duracell Powermat booth. My name is Scott Eisenstein. I'm the Global VP of External Relations. Thank you for being here. What we're doing here is we are allowing consumers to have new ways to keep their phones charged at all times. These days we have so many more apps, so much more functionality on our smartphones that keeping them charged is harder than ever before. We begin with our solution for the iPhone 4 and 4S. What we do is we enable your phone with a wireless charging case. You drop it on the mat and it wirelessly charges. This is our backup battery solution. It's an 1800 milliamp solution. It has dual onboard connectors, both Apple and micro USB, so that people can charge just about any smartphone, since micro USB is standard for all smartphones, but also iPhones and the like. We are also announcing at this year's show, we're previewing our iPhone 5 solution, which looks like this. It's a modular solution, it's completely wireless, and it will allow you to take as much power with you as you need to either get through the day or even to get through several days. To begin with, this is our new wireless charging mat. You can see that it's completely wireless and modular. You turn it on by pressing this button, and then you can put your iPhone on it for charging. That will give you 4,200 milliamps of power. That's a lot of power. But if that's still not enough for you, we also have this backup battery, which is an 1850 milliamp backup battery. It simply snaps together with your iPhone like this, fits together perfectly. You can drop that on the mat as well. And altogether, this solution will give you about 6,000 milliamps of power. That should keep you going for about 5 charges. And depending on your app usage, that should keep you for several days. We also know, though, that people want to stay charged in those places where they visit throughout their day and where they're trafficking, as they just go about their routine. So what we're doing is we are building wireless charging into those venues where people can very easily and seamlessly find their next charge. So if you're on 67th Street, you want to know there's a charge waiting for you on 68th Street. And that's really what the heart of what we're getting at. We're building a wireless power world. So places like coffee houses and universities and hotels and sporting arenas and gyms and salons, those are all places where people are naturally throughout the day. And those are all places where we want to keep you charged. So if you today, for instance, come to New York, to Madison Square Garden, you can see any of 600 wireless charging spots that we've built into the infrastructure of Madison Square Garden. What you need to do is, again, to enable your phone with a wireless charging case that looks like this. This is for the iPhone 5. And then you simply drop your phone on the table and it charges directly through the infrastructure. So at Madison Square Garden, there's something called the Power Zone. And the Power Zone will help you stay powered while you're rooting for the Knicks or the Rangers, or you're watching a concert. And consumers are finding that it's an easy way to make sure that they maintain their powers throughout the day. Madison Square Garden is just one of the venues, though, that we have enabled with wireless charging. We are also available right now in 17 Starbucks locations located throughout Boston. And if you go into Starbucks, you'll see that directly into the infrastructure, so into the tables at Starbucks, you can simply drop your phone and you can charge directly through Starbucks tables. Now that's really exciting for us for several reasons. As you know, Starbucks is always on the forefront of technology. Starbucks are the people who took Wi-Fi and made that ubiquitous so that Wi-Fi is now the standard in wireless connectivity. And we're really counting on them to do the same thing for wireless charging. So Starbucks is a wonderful partner for us. You've seen Madison Square Garden and Starbucks. We're also in other locations, like Delta Airlines. If you go into Delta Sky Clubs, you'll be able to drop your phone on any of the hot spots located throughout Delta Sky Clubs, or even Westfield malls. We're in the Garden State Plaza Mall and moving to many others, or places that include General Motors cars and Regis salons, 4040 Club, and many, many, many others. We're building out a wireless power world, and that will really help the consumer stay powered throughout the day and in those places where they need to be powered. One of the other exciting things, or two other exciting announcements that we're making at this year's show, involve high-power devices. You know, we've always been able to power low-power devices like smartphones. And so consumers have been able to just drop their devices on our mats or on our hotspots and charge up their smartphones. But this, for the first time, is when we're announcing availability of powering high-power devices. So this is an iPad. You simply drop your charger onto the charging hotspot, and you can see up here that it's charging. So we're able to power now between 5 and 50 watt devices. That includes iPads and MacBooks, netbooks, like this one right here. This is a MacBook Air, and again, all you need to do is drop your charger and it begins powering. So consumers have more options than ever before. Also included in our iPhone 5 solution is a high output USB, so that you can charge directly through that as well. Now, here's an exciting innovation that we've been able to adopt or to create. Like I said before, we can power low power devices like smartphones and high power devices. But what's really exciting is that the hotspot is able to determine the power needs of the particular device. So this can determine what device is placed on it between 5 and 50 watts and then charge accordingly. Plus, it's a smart solution, so that when your battery reaches maximum capacity, it shuts down so that there's no excess energy waste. And that's really something that we're pushing as well. We're very eco-friendly, and we're very much into conserving power. So as I told you, we can power both high and low power devices, and that's something new. Moreover, these hotspots are all networked. And what that means for a retailer like Starbucks or just about anybody else is that we can now deliver data over power. So retailers like Starbucks are able to now monetize power for the first time. They're able to troubleshoot across an entire network. They're able to deliver coupons and added bonuses to their customers by being able to communicate directly with them. And that's something that for the retailer, is really paramount. So one more thing I'd like to tell you is that our standard is PMA. We are founders of the Power Matters Alliance. And if you look here quickly, you will see that the Power Matters Alliance consists of leading companies in and around different venues. Companies like Google and Facebook and Procter & Gamble have all joined us to make sure that the Power Matters Alliance becomes the standard. Now, the Power Matters Alliance is an open standard. We believe that energy delivery, since it affects all of our lives, is something that we should all have a say in the future. Again, an open standard for delivering power for a new generation. And we are thrilled to have you here at the Duracell Powermat booth at Mobile World Congress 2013. Thank you so much.